Welcome back to the Third Lace Podcast, hosted by our favorite people, Nate and, of course, Donnie.
What's up, what's up?
We hope you guys enjoyed the last couple weeks, the divisional, the AFC and NFC championship. We haven't been on here in a couple weeks to talk about it, but obviously a bunch of stuff has went down. We're super excited to talk about it today. What do you think? Super Bowl 58, we got the Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers, repeat of the 2020 Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm not too excited about it.
Yeah, not many people are too excited about it, but
It is what it is. They made it. That's what they did. They did a good job. They played good games, but that is not who I wanted.
if you stay up with social media, you've seen that we weren't able to upload the championship predictions, but we will go over the games and tell you who we did think were going to win. I had the Lions and the Ravens, the two losers, unfortunately. I went 0 for 2 in championship weekend.
I had, what, for the Super Bowl?
Championships.
Yeah, I mean,
You
I
had
had
49ers and Ravens,
yeah, I
right?
had Ravens and 49ers.
So you went 1-1.
Yeah, I had 49ers win.
My divisional, I went 2-2 because we didn't get to go over divisional yet.
Divisional, I went 3-1.
3-1. The only one you got wrong was the Bills, eh? I got Bills and Packers wrong.
Yeah, man,
I thought
the Bills
Packers were
gonna
going to
make
win.
it.
I thought the Bills
They
were
was
going
just
to
on
make
a
it and
roll,
win.
you know?
Yeah.
But I picked 49ers, Ravens, Lions. They all won. The Bills got beat by the Chiefs, of course, because obviously the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl.
Patrick Mahomes, man.
Uh,
Yeah, those games were wild. The Bills absolutely choked it for themselves. Josh Allen and the Bills had it in the end, and they just couldn't get it done. As every year, they had it and couldn't get it done. Fell short.
beat themselves.
And the Lions absolutely handled things against the Bucks, handled business, and then the Ravens handled business against the Texans in that game. Y'all seen that? But that Packers-Niners game, man, I really thought the Packers were going to win. I thought that was the upset. But obviously, the Chiefs were the only upset. But
They beat themselves.
there was
making dumb mistakes.
there were so many little things in that Packers-49ers team that could have went opposite ways, like the dropped interception, missed calls on fourth
Going
and
for it
down.
on fourth down instead of
Fourth
kicking
and
a field
down,
goal.
yeah.
The field goal kicker missing a field goal. If you go for it, a field goal on that fourth down and that kicker makes that, you're up 10 points with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, there's a lot
game
of
over.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's a lot
A
of
lot
things.
could have changed that game, but it just wasn't meant
They're
for the
just
Packers this
they're
year.
just a young team. They made mistakes. They're going to learn from them.
And it happens, man.
I'm proud of them, how far they got and how they did
Yeah.
with this young team, the youngest
Definitely
team
going
in
to
the
be
NFL.
exciting. Texans and Packers going to be exciting to watch next year.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too. Tank
But-
Dell will come back. I mean, that's a good
That's a
little
good squad.
offense right there. Like,
Yeah, they're trying to make some moves too this offseason, trying to get a couple more guys. And D'Amico Ryan is an absolutely phenomenal coach.
I think he did great.
But yeah, what you guys
Definitely a candidate.
just watched and are wanting to hear about the NFC and AFC championship games, man. The Lions versus 49ers. Lions are up 24-7, man. Up 24-7 at halftime, and they lose.
At that point, I was like,
It was 24-10 with 7 minutes left to go.
I was like, you can't blow this lead. Like, there's no way.
No, you can't.
And they just let them, they let them get down there and score. And then,
It was 4th and 2. It was 24-10, 4th and 2 up at the 20. Go for it. Don't get it.
yeah.
49ers go down there, score a touchdown. Then Jahmyr Gibbs fumbles. Then they tie the game. Then they go down. Then they have to punt. 49ers go down, get a field goal. And then Lions go down. They're down 3 in field goal range. 4th and 3. Go for it again.
Again.
Don't get it. Leaving 6 points up on the board against the 49ers,
And that's Dan Campbell,
which ended the game.
I
Absolutely ended the
like
game. That's
coaches-
what lost you the game.
I like coaches being aggressive, but at certain points, man, you got to take your
Because not getting that
points.
4th and 3, you lost. The 49ers drove down, scored a touchdown, which leaving
Makes you
6
down
points
10.
up on the board, you would only be down 4 points. And then they drove down. Lions drove down with ease at the end and missed touchdowns right at the end. I mean,
Just dumb decisions,
the Lions had it, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm not, I'm obviously a diehard Packers fan. The Lions are in that division, but they've never won. So that would have been pretty cool to see, but
Yeah, it would have been cool because, those are the Final Four teams. It wasn't a very exciting four as fans, per se, for us because, we're Bengal Packers fans. So as fans, it wasn't very exciting. But
they were both still good games.
They were still great games. I loved watching football this weekend. I was jumping up and down over my bets and everything going on. Yeah. Yeah, so moving on, we got the Super Bowl 58, Chiefs versus the 49ers. You got Taylor Swift in the Super Bowl.
Oh, my God. I can't believe you just said that.
Usher is going to be there. Just kidding. Yeah, no, Usher's the halftime performance.
Well, I don't know what came up with that decision.
What do you mean? You don't like Usher? Show with Usher.
I mean, I guess he's all right.
Ow! It's like, no, that's Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was a little Michael Jackson there. I ain't never heard Usher have that kind of voice, but yeah, I was never a big, Usher listener, but whatever.
Yeah, well, we're about to dabble into Super Bowl 58, and then we're going to tell y'all our 2023-2024 award predictions, even though we already know who's probably going to win.
Most of them, but...
All of them. But we're going to tell y'all our opinions, who we think should win, even though because we don't agree with all of them. You don't always agree. So we'll talk about that after we talk about the Super Bowl, how we think it'll go down. Even though we're 2 weeks away, we thought we should push this episode out for you guys, and so we can get more content out, because we push this episode out now, then, because there is 2 weeks fully. You could have 2 full weeks to, go into deep depth about this game, which you'll probably see me posting stuff about it on my Twitter or wherever, most of the time, X or Twitter, @NateStakes. That's where most of the time I'm posting. You can go follow us at Thread the Laces on all socials. Get the social medias popping, man, so we can post more over there. And, yeah, so, a lot can change in 2 weeks. We're obviously giving our predictions now, but, it's January 29th or 28th. Is it 28th, 29th? 29th. January 29th. And Super Bowl's obviously almost 2 weeks away, so a lot can change, but this is going to be our predictions for now. Chiefs versus 49ers, man. So, obviously, we're not going to say who we got right now. Let's just go into this game, how we think it'll go. How do you see this game going? Chiefs versus 49ers. You got, arguably, I know we were just arguing about it before the podcast, arguably the best quarterback of all time, a top quarterback of all time. Even if you don't agree with that take, you agree with him being one of the best ever. I mean, there's no debating that. Versus probably the most complete team in football. 49ers have the most big names in football on one team.
Yeah, they do.
I can't even believe the amount of big names these guys got on their team. Like, when one guy goes out, another big name comes in, and you're like, what? Like, they got him? Like, I seen Javon Hargrave sitting on the bench most of the game. I'm like, what is going on? But, yeah, it's going to be an intense game.
Yes.
Kelsey and Mahomes playing at the peak that they played all season. This is the best we've seen Mahomes play.
Yeah,
and it's probably his career. He just beat the Bills and the Ravens when he was an underdog, and no one believed in them to win. Both games. Dominated. Made plays when it counted. When the pressure's on, he's getting pressured. He's escaping the pocket, creating plays. And obviously, yes, Travis Kelce making diving catches for him every once in a while, but man, that guy creates that guy creates magic. And it's going to be a very intense Super Bowl, man. Chiefs versus 49ers.
Yeah, quarterback-wise, obviously Patrick Mahomes is the better quarterback in this game. And but team-wise, I mean, San Fran is, so it's going to come down to the wire. It's going to come down to the wire.
You always say defense wins championships. In this game, the Chiefs have Spags, who I think is probably, I mean, I know he's a top 3 defensive coordinator in the league, but he's probably the best. He's up there with the best. And, I mean, we just seen what he just did to Lamar Jackson. He just shut down Lamar Jackson. Held him under his rushing line. He couldn't run all game. Literally, Lamar could not run all game. Like, I was watching that game. I'm like, run, Lamar, run, Lamar. He just kept trying to throw. He couldn't really get out the pocket. There was always a spy, always a contain. And they were always keeping pressure on him.
He missed a lot of throws, too, though.
He did kind of miss some throws. It was kind of a bad game from him. But when you're getting pressured all game, that pressure in your face, playing from behind, the Ravens haven't won one game with Lamar Jackson. They're 0-10 when losing at halftime. Like, he's not a good come-from-behind performer. He does a lot better when they're winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? He does good when they start off great. So being able to start off the game, the Ravens had the ball first, shut them down, then you go down, score, put the pressure on them immediately, 7-0 like that.
Yeah, that's
They
it.
weren't expecting that.
No.
And then that was a must-score drive. They did actually go down and score right there. It was that touchdown to Zay, but that was the last touchdown of the game. Yeah. Absolute last touchdown of the game.
Didn't score again.
Didn't score again.
It's like, oh, wow. Nah, I mean...
And the Ravens defense played stout the whole game. They played great. Played absolutely phenomenal, but...
Kansas City didn't score in the second half,
So, you can't stop Mahomes. You can only stop him so many times. Yeah, no team scored in the second half.
No team scored a touchdown in the second half.
It was only a field goal by Tucker. That was it. That was the only thing that was scored in the second half. They didn't. Chiefs were held to a donut in the second half.
So
the Ravens' offense let them down. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. There's only so many times you can shut down Mahomes, bro. Like, they're running it because they got the lead, and then they'll throw it once, and then he might get a first down. And the next time, he missed the throw, or he didn't miss the throw, but you know what I'm saying. It's incomplete, and then that next drive they're punting it right back to him, and then you get a chance again. And then you get a chance again. Like, it was just driving me nuts, them being able to stop Patrick Mahomes and not taking those chances, because now you get the last drive. I'm watching this game. First down, they called that penalty. It made it 1st and 5. Roquan Smith clearly goes offsides on purpose, trucks the right guard so that it's 1st and 10, which is what I would do. It's a smart football move.
Smart football move.
But they ran it.
That's excessive too with it.
Yeah, he kind of did, but it didn't really matter where they were on the field. As if they got a first down, the game was over, no matter what. So it didn't matter where they were on the field. So that first play, run it with Pacheco. Second play, run it with Pacheco. Third play, I'm looking at this game. I'm like, so all Patrick Mahomes has to do right now is complete one pass, and he's in the Super Bowl. I'm like, the game's over. I instantly knew. Right there, the game's over. You cannot you can't keep giving this guy opportunities like that the whole game and not think he's gonna not capitalize at some point. And he went deep with it, 40-yard bomb. Valdez-Scantling puts him in field goal range. Even if the Ravens did score a touchdown, it wouldn't have mattered.
No, it wouldn't matter.
Wouldn't have mattered.
And I mean, it would have played their offense a little different if it was coming back like that. But out of all the passes MVS dropped and messed up.
That's exactly what I said when he caught that ball, man. I was like,
that was the one he needed to catch.
That was the one you needed to catch. He caught the ball, even though he caught it not correctly.
No.
He's falling back and he caught it like this. He's lucky he even caught the ball.
Yeah, I thought he was going to drop it.
I thought he was going to drop it. He dropped so many big passes, but that was the most important one. It's the most important one. I hope he's happy about that.
He didn't drop a whole lot of big bomb passes when he was playing for Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. He was like the big target downfield.
Yeah.
Because of his speed in his hands.
And he's making like $7 million this year, so that was supposed to be their number one guy going into the season, MVS. And then it switched to Rashee Rice, rookie, which is makes this Super Bowl even more crazy to me that the Chiefs are in this position, because no one saw them making the Super Bowl this year. I mean, nobody. And we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, man. We're talking about a Tom Brady-like quarterback. That type of level of skill is plus money. We're just letting it slip. This guy was plus odds, wasn't expected to win both rounds of the playoffs, came in and got the win.
So if you really are a Chiefs fan and you made bets on them, you made some money.
Yeah, for real.
You made some money.
Because it's happening again in the Super Bowl. 49ers are minus 1.5. Chiefs are plus 1.5. Mahomes is 4-0 versus the 49ers. 1-0 in the Super Bowl against them.
So
3-0 in the regular season against them.
What's going to happen?
2-0 in San Fran, even though that don't matter in that situation. But where's the Super Bowl at? Vegas? This is kind of a. I guess not. That's Nevada. Whatever. But this is gonna be an intense game. It's hard to pick. It's really hard to pick who's gonna win this game, because when you look at it, the most complete team, obviously you're like, 49ers, they should win. But then you look on the other end and you're like, oh my God, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. What's Isaiah Pacheco going to be feeling in his boots that morning? You know what I mean?
It's gonna be intense.
It's going to be intense. Definitely going to be an intense game. But I think that for now, my prediction right now, I feel like the game will start out. I don't know who gets the ball first, obviously. That'll be random. But I feel like Chiefs score first. I really do. I feel like Chiefs get the first touchdown, which puts them a little less pressure off Mahomes in that Super Bowl game. But their defenses are so good. It's hard to say that you'll see a game in, the higher 20s, lower 30 points. That's what I want to say. But, the defenses are so good. But that's truly what I see. I think it'll be like a 31-28 type of game, like that type of score, lower 30s, higher 20s. It's going to come down to the freaking wire with this one.
Oh, it's going to come down to the wire. I mean, it's...
If I had to pick a team to score first, I feel like the Chiefs score first. I feel like they get in the end zone first. As of right now, I don't know. It's just the way I'm feeling. But it's going to be intense. Hey, it's going to be real intense, man. 49ers are a second-half team. Oh, man. I don't know.
I mean...
They're really all game team, man.
Yeah, I mean, they just...
God, it's so hard to
They
pick
started
this
a little
game.
slow against Detroit, but...
It's all red Super Bowl. That's why I got the red on.
This guy.
You got to be excited about it. It's football. It's two great teams. We got to accept it.
It's a Super
You're
Bowl.
watching Christian McCaffrey versus Mahomes right now. Think about that. Think about it like that.
Yeah, right, because nobody cares about that.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, he's not the highlight of the Super Bowl, that's for sure.
I mean, the guy got 2 touchdowns and 120 yards.
I don't really care who wins, but if I'm going to go for a team, I'm going for the 49ers because I hate the Chiefs so much that...
Is that who you think's going to win? Is that who you're rooting for? Because obviously I think that I'm going to be rooting for the 49ers as well.
That's who I'm rooting for, and I really do think they're going to win.
I'm going to be rooting 49ers.
They're the all-around better team.
I'm going to be rooting 49ers, but this guy's not going to like my pick. Not many people probably are, but I think the Chiefs get it done. I think that the Chiefs win. I think the Chiefs win. Sorry, I got the Chiefs. Back-to-back Super Bowls. The only other person to do it in the last 20 years is Thomas Brady. Patrick Mahomes gets a Super Bowl ring. He's got the same amount of rings as Brady in the first 6 years with more AFC titles, more touchdowns, less picks, better QBR, more wins, better in every statistic than Thomas Brady with this win. And where I'm really going with this is that, like I just said, I'm just going to keep saying it. Mahomes, bro. Mahomes and Kelsey finds ways to win games. I don't know how this man does it, but he finds ways to win games. He knows the game, bro. He knows the game. He knows the rules. And plays like when, because I know you guys remember the play where he got tackled, and it kind of looked like he got tackled below the knees, and his body just bends backwards. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. And he goes down, and people are just amazed on how he's just fine to get back up because there's so many plays where his body goes weird ways. But this guy, not many people know, Mahomes is trains in yoga. He's got trainers for all that stuff. I watched a whole video of him moving his body in the weirdest ways with his trainer. His trainer posted a video and it was this is how Mahomes can do these things, and just showing all the stuff that he does. And a lot of NFL quarterbacks need to start doing stuff like that because that's why he's been in the league 6 years and hasn't had a significant injury putting him out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's because he does stuff like that. You got to do stuff like that, I feel like. And the dude's an animal. He's got to be stopped. And I think the only person that can stop him was injured this year. So it's his Super Bowl. Chiefs Super Bowl. It's my prediction. The two guys that stopped Mahomes, the only two guys that stopped Mahomes in his career, Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. I don't think he'll be stopped this game. I just don't. I don't think so. I'm sorry. I got the Chiefs. That's my pick. I got the Chiefs, ladies and gentlemen.
He's got the Chiefs, guys.
I'm taking Patrick Mahomes with the plus money. You'll see Kelsey with another, because they're going to say, "Ooh, Kelsey, how is he going to have a big game?" It's so funny hearing that. That's so funny. Travis Kelsey, how's Travis Kelsey going to have a big game? They start questioning these great football players. the greatest ever, arguably, you know what I'm saying, top 3 players at their position, they start questioning them over a few bad games. Like Kelce had his last 5 or 6 weeks of fantasy wasn't good, and he didn't have much production, but guess what happened in the playoffs? Every game he's ever played in the playoffs, he's got a touchdown or more. 13 games in the playoffs, 14 touchdowns, Travis Kelce. Averaging 104 yards a game in the playoffs. Travis Kelce, tight end. The guy is consistently throughout his career has never had not a clutch playoff performance. Never not had under 90 yards and a touchdown. Never.
It's pretty phenomenal.
6 AFC championship touchdowns.
I think he's the best that's ever done it.
I think he is. Tight end. Yeah, I like him over Gronk personally. The guy finds those soft spots. We'll be double, triple team finding soft spots. In that game, the Ravens defense was the number 1 defense in the league this year. They got 3-4 guys on him at all times. And he finds the soft spot
or something
behind him, in front of him, around him. And he finds a soft spot between that, and Mahomes and him have that connection to where once he gets that soft spot, Mahomes will dart it right there.
Right there.
And that's what a lot of these great tight ends need. Great quarterbacks need is a tight end like that. Like Brady at Gronk, Mahomes has Kelce. It always helps. These tight ends that... And they say Kelce can't block. You've seen him seal off Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa. Oh my God, who did he seal off? He sealed off somebody for the Ravens. They started squaring off. I think it was Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen came blitzing around the corner. He sealed him off for the Pacheco run touchdown, and Kelce got all up in his face. I don't know how Kelce didn't get a flag thrown on him last game. He was being reckless the whole game. He was in people's faces, cussing at them, didn't get 1 flag. I was like, how is that even possible?
It's the NFL.
But yeah, it is the NFL. Give me the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs. I'm sorry. I got the Chiefs.
He's got the Chiefs. I got the 49ers.
All right, moving on. 2023-24 award predictions. 2023-24 award predictions. Everyone's already favorited. We kind of know who's going to win, but we still want to give you guys our opinion on it. We'll start it off with Coach of the Year. They're going to give it to Kevin Stefanski. He's minus 1,000 to win, so that basically, for non-sports bettors, that means he's certified to win. He's going to get the award. So Kevin Stefanski, coach of the Cleveland Browns, is going to get the award, which you kind of understand, losing your best player, Nick Chubb, losing your quarterback, and then losing 2 more backup quarterbacks, freaking a third backup quarterback, losing guys on your offensive line, your defense, and still making the playoffs is kind of nuts, a little bit nuts. So that's why they're going to give it to him. But in my opinion, I think it should be DeMeco Ryan for the Houston Texans.
Yeah, I'm going. I do too. I don't think it should be Kevin.
Is that who you have?
I have it in between him and Dan Campbell.
Dan Campbell?
Yeah, it's one of them too, I feel like. But DeMeco Ryan, you see what he did, how young this team is with a rookie quarterback. It's just, to me, is remarkable. So,
absolutely.
Either one of them two, I would be happy with.
A 3-win team
Kevin Stefanski,
to the playoffs.
I would be upset if it was Kevin Stefanski.
It will be.
I'd be upset. He does not. I ain't saying he don't deserve it, but what DeMeco Ryans did and Dan Campbell with a team that's
even Matt LaFleur, what he did with the Packers this year.
I had him on my earlier this year. Look, I had him right here, number 3.
That's funny.
With he was the youngest. He had the youngest fucking team in the league, dude. And look what he did. He beat Dallas embarrassed Dallas. So I think Matt LaFleur deserves a lot of credit, but he's never gonna get it. So, but I'm going. If it was me picking, I'm going DeMeco.
I like DeMeco too.
I just think
a 3-win team to the playoffs.
With a rookie
the Texans were the last team I thought would make the playoffs this year. I can't even believe that they made the playoffs. It blew my mind.
In our early in the year predictions, I had them in the second in the division, though, behind Jacksonville.
Yeah.
So I had them above the other.
Yeah, you did. I had them winning 4 games.
Yeah, I had them winning 8.
Oh man! Next award, comeback player of the year. They're gonna give it to DeMar Hamlin. But in my opinion, minus DeMar Hamlin, I think it should be Baker Mayfield. Some people say Joe Flacco. I like Baker Mayfield for the award. A lot of people, every team wrote him off. The Bucs gave him a chance, and this guy won a playoff game. Came in, proved that he's a starter in this league, proved he's one of the best 32 quarterbacks in the NFL. and he's gonna get a
Well, that's 32.
he's gonna get a contract this year. That's for sure.
Me, I ain't putting no Bakers up there. To me, it was Joe or Matthew Stafford.
I mean I can agree with I'm not
They're
mad
going
at
to try
that.
to give it to Tamar, and I just don't think he deserves it.
They're gonna try. No, they're giving it to that man.
That's just, to me, that's just absolutely ridiculous. That's ripping off people who's out there playing all season. Especially somebody like Matthew Stafford.
Ripping off.
Yeah, they're ripping them off.
Guy comes back and plays from
Joe
death.
Flacco comes off his couch and then does what he
Well,
did.
Joe Flacco said DeMar Hamlin should win
Everybody, the whole NFL is going to say DeMar Hamlin should win.
because he died and came back, bro. What are you talking about? Died and came back.
How many games did he play this year?
He played in the playoffs. I think that's it.
The dude stepped on the field one play just to be able to say he played in the playoffs.
Shut up, dude.
I mean, I love his story and all that and what happened. It was shitty what happened to him, and he came back. He's alive, and he's able to play again next year. Coming next year, he might be on the field at all time. I mean, I don't know, but to me, I feel like it should be somebody that's been in there all year. I don't think he should get it. Sorry. I don't care if you hate me or not for it. I think it should be either Matthew Stafford or Joe Flacco.
I like Mayfield.
I ain't got Mayfield on my list.
That's crazy. I like Baker. Next award, Defensive Rookie of the Year. Now, this award is a whole problem because Ivan Pace Jr. isn't even in the top 5 of this Defensive Rookie odds. He's not even mentioned. And
That's crazy.
they got a linebacker. The linebacker for the Seahawks. Don't even remember his name. Doesn't matter what his name is. He's got 100 less tackles than Ivan. Are you kidding me? Ivan's got more tackles than all these guys. I mean, he's a solidified starter in the league already as a rookie. He had the number 1 grade as a linebacker until like week 13 out of all linebackers over Fred Warner, Roquan Smith, everybody. It was Ivan Pace Jr. This kid is a god.
Yeah, he is. He's in his
He's so good, and the NFL just gives him no recognition. It blows my mind. They're gonna give it to Jalen Carter, but all I'm gonna say is it should be Ivan Pace and no one else. Screw everybody else. It should be Ivan Pace. I don't care. I'm sorry about that. It should be Ivan. He deserves it. What he's did this year, how everyone doubted him, even people from his own city publicly hating on him, and he still came out and balled and won a starting spot on a team.
And
did what he did. The guy is Defensive Rookie of the Year, and it's one of the saddest things in sports right now. I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the saddest things in sports. Absolutely embarrassing. Jalen Carter's gonna win. Guy, oh my God, he only has 1 more sack than Ivan Pace. He's a defensive tackle.
All right. His job is to go in after the quarterback every single play of his play, every time he's on the field. Yeah,
1 more sack and less tackles. I mean, how? How?
I like Will Anderson too. I don't know why he's not being up on there.
Like 3rd or something.
Yeah, and Joey Porter had a good game too, good season too.
I had him up there before.
But Ivan Pace, I feel the same way you do, and he should
That's
be at
bull
least
crap.
mentioned or be up there closer. But
I mean, if you're not going to give him the award, not mentioning him is just.
It was just sad. But Jalen Carter, yeah.
Because now when you look back at the awards, in the future, like 20 years from now, people looking back at these awards, they're not going to know Ivan Pace ever had a good rookie year. You're going to have to live that to know that. And I feel bad for him.
There's probably football fans out there that still don't know.
Still don't know. And it's sad. It really is sad.
Because they didn't pay attention to him like we did. So
no, because it's, oh my God. It's so sad and messed up. It really infuriates me. Moving on, Offensive Rookie of the Year, it goes to Stroud. I think that this is the most deserved award out of everybody. I think Stroud is the only one out of every award this year that is clear-cut winner to me. Only because he turned a 3-win team into a 10-win team. Houston Texans. His number 1 receiver, Tank Dell, goes out. He still needs to win 2 games to go to the playoffs in their last 4 weeks, and he did it. Without their number 1 receiver, he adapted. He has developed amazing in the NFL. This guy's going to be a solidified starter, and he deserves it. He deserves it. I know Puka had the best rookie wide receiver season we've ever seen ever, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. Congratulations, Puka. I mean, obviously it matters, but I mean, it doesn't matter for this award right now because you're going up against C.J. Stroud, who turned a 3-win Texans team into 10 wins. He's the leader of a team. I'm sorry, Puka. You got Matthew Stafford throwing you the ball. I'm sorry. No. Stroud's throwing to Noah Browns, and then Noah Brown got hurt. And Tate was hurt. Now he's throwing to
Nico.
Besides Nico, Schultz was even hurt. He didn't have nobody exactly. You can't even name who his receivers were. Is my whole point. Robert Woods. Oh my God, that was the guy I was trying to remember. Loses Noah Brown. Now Robert Woods. He's out throw the ball. Bro, come on, bro. You're joking. You're absolutely joking.
Yeah, to me, I feel like Puka and
it kind of sucks that they were in the same rookie year because of how good Puka's season was. But you just can't give it to Puka with the year Stroud had. You just can't.
It's in between them two to me. I think they were the top two candidates, in my opinion. If it was up to me,
they're definitely the top two.
And if it's up to me, I would be happy with either one. Honestly, I feel like either one of them deserve it. But Puka's season, I just feel like, I don't know. You saying clear cut? I'm not saying it's clear cut.
I think he's the only clear cut one. I think everyone else.
I think C.J. Stroud and Puka, it's going to be neck to neck. I don't think it's a clear cut.
Because I think comeback player of the year, I feel like it should be a player, not Hamlin. And then coach of the year, I think it should be D'Amico. And then D-Roy, it should be Ivan. And then offensive rookie of the year, I think Stroud is the only clear cut person to win that. I think if Stroud wasn't a rookie this year, then obviously it would go to Puka. But
I think another rookie.
Stroud. He played like a top 5, top 10 quarterback this year, and
I think another rookie that a lot of people didn't mention at the beginning of the year, who's I think is in the top 3 is Jahmyr Gibbs.
He's a beast.
He done got him and David Montgomery got 1,000
you like
yards.
Gibbs over? Do you think Gibbs is better than Bijan?
As of right now, yeah. I like.
Do you think if Bijan got Gibbs' production, you think that he would perform as good as Gibbs? That's what I mean. Do you think Bijan is better after watching them this season, seeing what Bijan did? I know obviously Bijan didn't get as much production, so his numbers aren't as good, but
I don't know. At this point, I think I'd take Jahmyr over.
You like Gibbs?
Yeah.
Gibbs is just a really smart ball player.
He has a really good eye.
He does,
and he gets out of. I don't know, man. At the beginning of the year, I would have said Bijan all day, but now, at this point, the way Jahmyr Gibbs played, I would take Jahmyr over him all day. All day.
One thing that I want to mention, it has nothing to do with awards, but just thinking about the Lions running backs and the switches that was made, DeAndre Swift for the Eagles, dude. Any running back can perform in that system. He had the same amount of rush yards as Miles Sanders did, and he lost his starting job to Chuba Hubbard. I recorded a video and posted about this because I don't know, it just doesn't really sit well with me. It really makes sense to me that they're getting the glory, but
That is what it is.
I just forgot what I was saying.
Huh?
I just forgot what I was saying. I just backtracked.
You backtracked.
Yeah, what did I say?
We were talking about Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah.
It's all right. We still got one more award of.
We got 3 more awards. Defensive.
No, I thought we already did. Okay,
No.
you're right.
Defensive Player of the Year. I think it should be Watt without T.J. Watt's injuries. That's what isn't going to give him the award because he didn't play every game. But still led the league.
Not gonna be Watt.
Still led the league in sacks without playing every game, which is why I think he should win. But it's going to be Myles Garrett, so that'll be your DPOY winner. But I like Watt.
Yeah, obviously they're probably gonna give it to Garrett, but Bland, dude, for Cowboys, come on. That kid is amazing. Max Crosby, come on, dude. They was killing it too. So if you look at all 3 of them, but yeah, Garrett obviously is gonna win it. Mm-hmm. But if like you said, T.J. Watt was playing the whole year, he would get it. He would definitely get it.
He would have 20 plus sacks. But what I was saying was,
I know the dudes.
what I was saying was Swift. I don't think Swift is a game changer. Is what I was trying to say. I don't think he is I think it could be any running back in that system. They both got over 1,000 yards. Sanders is benched. I think that's what I was trying to say. Anyways,
Well, I'm just saying with David Montgomery getting over 1,000, Jahmyr Gibbs getting over 1,000, you got a quarterback over 4,000. I'm like that team's. There's no reason why they should win the Super Bowl, dude. To me, it's coaching.
yeah,
They didn't make it because of coaching. Sorry.
it's true. I mean,
I
it's
don't
true,
care.
man.
They didn't make
That's
it
smarter
because of coaching.
decisions.
He didn't make the right decisions.
Smarter
in coaching.
decisions. It's you win that game.
You
Up
win that
24-7, you should win that game. Up 24-10,
There's
in
no
the third
reason to
quarter,
lose
you
it.
should win that game. There's no reason. Absolutely none. It's
We lost that
actually
because of coaching.
it's actually sick. It's really sick.
sick.
Moving on, Offensive Player of the Year. Now, I'm going to combine Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. We can talk about both of them because I feel like the Offensive Player of the Year should be the MVP. Now, in my opinion, I feel like Offensive Player of the Year should be Tyreek Hill because I think he's Offensive Player of the Year. Period. I think he's the best. He was the best player on offense this year, and I think the MVP was Christian McCaffrey. I think he was the best all-around football player in the NFL this year. But they're going to give it to Lamar, and they're going to give Offensive Player of the Year to CMC. But what I'm saying is I just believe CMC should be MVP winner, and Offensive Player of the Year should be Tyreek. Lamar had a great season. He's the difference for the Ravens, clearly. We all have already known that. With him in, the Ravens look like the best team in the league until someone can figure out a way to shut down Lamar Jackson. I don't know, man. I just feel like CMC, just the way he played this year, the best season he's ever had. All around best season he's ever had.
If they're going to pick an MVP, it should be Lamar or CMC. I think they're going
And
to.
it's Lamar, Dak, or Purdy.
Yeah.
It's Lamar, Dak, Purdy.
Yeah, I think Lamar's going to get it, and I think Offensive Player of the Year is going to be CMC. I think CMC should get it over Tyreek Hill. But I had my three: CMC, Tyreek Hill. I think CeeDee Lamb had it. CeeDee Lamb's a beast, dude.
Yeah, but they'll never let receivers get it, dude. They'll never let receivers get it. That's why
Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, if he got 2,000 yards, he should be MVP. They're not going to let a receiver win. Never have.
Not
Never
an
will.
MVP. I'm talking about Offensive Player of the Year.
Oh, yeah.
I had CD and Tyreek.
Oh, yeah. CD is definitely up there.
Yeah, I just think he's a beast. But, yeah, MVP, Lamar, Offensive Player of the Year, CMC. That's it.
Well, without Tyreek's injuries, he probably would be closer to CMC, but he got injured. CMC didn't, and CMC is in the Super Bowl and leading them. CMC should win Super Bowl MVP. CMC don't win Super Bowl MVP. This is bull. This is bull because if the 49ers, if the 49ers win, I'm saying, but if the 49ers win, CMC deserves to be MVP because the only way that they
That's what I'm
win
hoping for.
is if he's got 2
Because I want to see him get a Super Bowl and then get the MVP would just be, that would be, to me,
that would be pretty cool.
that would be the cool ending to the season. Because right now I can't
Because
stand
you love Christian McCaffrey. I do too.
Oh, I love Christian McCaffrey.
I love him too.
I think I think he will go down when he's done, not right now, as one of the best running backs to step on the field.
Oh, yeah. Top 3, top 5 for sure.
When his career's over, he'll be up there.
Yep. But there you have it. There's our award predictions. There's our Super Bowl predictions. We got Niners, Chiefs. Who y'all got? Let us know in the comments. Go follow us on all social medias at Throw the Laces. Hit that like button. Hit the sub button. Share to your friends. Share to the football lovers. We appreciate all you guys. We appreciate the support. We're going to keep pumping out uploads even though football is sadly over now. We'll have one more episode talking about the Super Bowl. But other than that, it's all basketball until some off-season stuff happens. And we're excited to continue, man. Hit the like, hit the sub. At Throw the Laces on everything. And as always, Hootie!